Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest installment of Corner House Chronicles.
Come on in and have a seat, folks. Welcome back to the Corner House Chronicles. I am John, and with me now is Jason.
Oh, how are we doing tonight?
How is everybody doing tonight? Everybody pretty jazzed up still over the meteor that fell over Michigan?
I mean, we survived.
We did make it.
Proud of you guys.
I didn't see it, but we made it.
Yeah. I didn't see it, but I felt it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I saw all kinds of videos, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
The internet went nuts.
They did indeed. They were saying it was quite the event.
A lot of the doorbell video cameras that they sell now, a lot of footage from those.
Oh, that's cool.
I saw quite a few of those. And it was pretty exciting to watch the sky light up like that, I guess, you know. And then apparently somebody found some of the meteor out on one of the frozen lakes in Michigan.
That's pretty cool. That'd be a cool thing to find.
I guess he found 3 pieces, 3 little chunks. I think the report said like they were golf ball size. It's pretty exciting, you know, to be that guy.
It's a good day for him.
Right.
Going out fishing, like, what the hell? Find those meteorites. Just you and me, meteorite.
Right. It's a space peanut. It was cool that it happened over Michigan. It was kind of astonishing, you know, just to know that it happened over our state.
Yeah.
And people in Ohio saw it.
I think
and felt it.
Ohio, Indiana, and with parts of Wisconsin.
Is that what it was? Okay.
From what I've read.
I heard on the report today on the news, the guy said that when it entered our atmosphere, it was going 10 miles a second.
Wow.
So however that translates to...
I'm not that good at math
Me
on
neither.
the fly, but that has to be going pretty fast.
It's fast, right?
Yeah.
There were burn marks on the stones. That's how fast they were going when they came in. So,
see, I've read a few different articles from varying sources. Some were saying it caused a 2.0 magnitude earthquake, while others were saying it didn't cause an earthquake. That was just like the sonic boom of it breaking up.
yeah.
And it had the equivalent.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Equivalent of an earthquake.
Because a lot of like the news sources were saying, oh, no, it caused an earthquake. But like the Center for Meteorological Studies, they were like, no. It didn't cause like a tectonic shift to cause an earthquake. It's just the force of the concussion was equal to.
They said when it hit our atmosphere, it was like hitting a brick wall.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why it shot up into a couple of pieces. And then the lights we saw in the sky was when it was bursting into smaller pieces, I believe.
That makes sense.
So I would have thought that it would lit up the sky a little longer. Something like that, coming in that quick, you know, like it would have been more of a constant.
Instead of just a quick little...
Yeah. But I don't know science and space and stuff like that, so...
Did you ever see the... I forget how many years back it was, the one that was over Russia that came down? That one was bigger. Like some of the videos, you'll see like people at like office windows are recording it, and the concussion from it breaking up shattered the windows. Like everyone ran to the windows, like, "Oh, get my cell phone out, and take a look," and then
I didn't see. I have to look that up. That sounds cool.
I forget how many years back it was. It wasn't that far. It was like 3 years, maybe 3 to 5.
In Russia, cool shit happens in Russia.
True story.
Do you see that picture of the people in that town, that small town? It gets like 86 below, and their eyelashes were freezing.
Yes,
that was so cool looking. But I wonder how long they had to be outside for that to happen in that cold of weather.
True. Like I seen an article similar. There was a Chinese kid. He was walking 4 miles to school, and it was like below zero temperatures, and his hair was all iced up. His face is all red. And the picture, it showed like all the other kids like holding over their mouth, laughing at him. It's like, dude, if that kid walked 4 miles in sub-zero temperature to get to school, I wouldn't laugh at him.
No, hell no. It'd kill you with his pinky. He's got to have some Jedi powers or something if he's pulling that move.
Surprising.
He's like Jack Frost, man. Come to life.
But yeah, it was quite the shock when that meteor came down. It shook my house.
That's what everybody said.
But at first I thought it was like a tree branch fell off and hit the roof, and I was like, oh, fuck.
I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. I was inside work. I got a text. Did I just hear thunder? I'm like, I don't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Could have.
But then the internet blew up.
Oh, yeah. All the
people all the way
Facebook
down into
groups.
Ohio and yeah, we saw it, we got video, this and that, and it was never ending for a good day.
They considered it a major event.
Yeah, not like the eclipse.
No.
The eclipse got
That got a lot
coverage
of coverage
from
yeah.
everywhere, but this was, they mostly showed the videos that were submitted, catching the lights as it went through, but
it's a good news day.
Amidst all the other news, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. Like I said, it was something that I wish I would have saw in person, but, I survived it, so it is what it is.
Should get T-shirts made. There are probably already people selling T-shirts.
Yeah, I saw somebody shared something on Instagram about it. I survived the meteor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think, we had something else quite like that here in Michigan not that long ago where a buddy of ours made T-shirts. I survived. Oh, it was the flood.
The flood, yeah.
Yeah. I survived the flood of, what was that, 14?
14.
Yeah.
That was a horrible day.
We didn't get that. Nothing here. Not on this corner, anyways.
I do believe I was living in Ann Arbor at the time.
Oh, really?
And my buddy had to go to work at Fairlane Mall.
That's a hike.
It is a hike. His car was down at the time, so I gave him a ride. So he went, dropped him off, went back to the apartment. A couple hours later, it started raining a little bit in Ann Arbor. And he's like, oh, hey, can you come pick me up? I was like, yeah, no problem. As I'm pulling into the parking lot, like I get out of my car, downpour. Walk into the mall, I'm soaking wet. Get back in the car and start going back, and everything's already flooded.
Yeah. It flooded quick.
And it's not that bad of a drive. Like, it's maybe half hour tops.
Yeah.
4 hours. Because every time you try to turn down a road, flooded out.
Yep.
Car's stuck.
Yep.
So you're trying to navigate through, hitting every road, and it was just so annoying.
If you got a car that's up off the ground, it's not that bad. But when that water gets kind of deep, man.
I seen a BMW going through, just pushing through, like, yeah, it's no problem. Pop, 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 pop. Like, yeah.
I was always told when you're driving through floodwaters that you have to keep your foot on the gas.
Always momentum.
Just a little bit.
Because
just
the
enough.
weight comes back.
Well, it's the water sucking up in when you let off that gas.
That makes sense.
Once it gets up in there, you're pretty much done for. So,
I did see that day a couple Jeeps with the little snorkel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave no fucks that day.
Yeah.
They were perfectly fine.
I love watching semis drive through floodwaters, man. They just go, and, the water kicks up and starts pushing the cars that are stuck out of the way. That's always fun. Or the videos. I really enjoy the videos of the cars trying to drive up icy hills.
Oh, yeah. Get like halfway up. The guy's like, oh, there they go, there they go.
Right back down, man. The one that I watched that I know it had tons of views, the guy was standing on the curb, and every car just come rolling back down. They were piling up at the end of the road, just bam, 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 bam. It sucks, but it's still fun to watch on video.
Yeah. If you're not the one in the car, it's entertaining. Worth a watch.
I don't think I've ever been stuck in a flood.
I've never got stuck.
Right.
I've had to navigate and stay in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Take your time.
I want to say it was 2000, we had a really bad flood. And I remember down on Eureka Road there, underneath the 75 viaduct, that water was all the way up. And there was half a dozen cars at the bottom of that. The people got out before it got bad. But I drove down there and seen it with my own two eyes. I had to, at least once. I was working someplace, and I had to get home that night when it was raining real bad. And it took me, like you said, 4 hours to get home.
It's
in
surprising.
A 20-minute ride,
Yeah. And watching people like, no, I can make it. And it's like, dude, there's no way.
Yeah, you're not going to make it.
If you have a boat, yeah, good for you. But
get the kayaks out and go to the store or something. But
your fucking 96 probe isn't going to get through there pretty well.
2 inches off the ground. Yeah. Good luck, buddy. So we were talking about interesting people earlier before we got started tonight, and you brought up this Edgar Cayce fella.
Yeah.
He was a mystic. Or what was the other word?
Prophet.
No, it started with a C. Clairvoyant.
Clairvoyant.
He was clairvoyant. And this guy would go into a trance state while napping and basically give people answers to questions they couldn't figure out or predict the future. Various things this guy did. And That's interesting to me. I've always been fascinated with people who claim to have those kind of powers, those abilities. I don't call them powers. We're not superheroes or nothing, but I'm going to have to read up on this fella. You have piqued my interest with this guy for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I've been into interesting people lately. I've been watching a lot of interviews and different things with Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah.
That dude was cool. Not just because of the movie.
No.
Right? Fear and Loathing is one of my favorite movies, but just watching this dude, the real guy.
Yeah.
Man, I want to read about him. And
I got a DVD I can let you borrow.
Really?
Yeah. It's a documentary about him. It's interesting as hell. Like, early life, he was aspiring writer.
Right.
Him and his wife moved to, I think, the Bahamas, and he wasn't really getting any work. And then how he invented gonzo journalism.
Yeah.
Pretty much him just saying wacky shit to get...
He was nuts.
Oh, yeah.
I watched an interview with him from the 80s. I think it was 88. He was on Letterman, and he was still a pretty young guy, considering I watched him later on Letterman. He was older.
Yeah.
But, man, he was wild. He did some stuff, or what it was, when I saw him older, it was on Conan. They were shooting guns.
He was a big gun nut, loved guns.
Yeah.
My dad got a book years ago. It's about him. He lived with a group of Hells Angels out in San Francisco for a few years, then wrote a book about it.
Yep.
Interesting shit.
Yeah, that was part of the interview I watched, was about that. They were actually talking to one of the Hells Angels that was, like they had a... It was pretty interesting, man. That guy was... And for all I saw about him, Johnny Depp nailed that character.
Oh, yeah, he crushed. Johnny Depp lived with him for...
In a cage in the basement. A cage.
His night table turned out to be like barrels of TNT, and he didn't know. Like, he used had an ashtray on there and shit.
It was crazy, man. Yeah. He nailed that character so well just based on these couple interviews I saw with Hunter. And now I want to read all of his books, know. Yeah. And I'm not a big reader, but I'm starting to get there.
Some of his stories, some of them, like the Rum Diaries, I really enjoyed that one.
I didn't see the movie or read the book.
The movie's pretty
good.
good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Depp did that one too, didn't he?
He did indeed. In the DVD documentary, at the end it talks about his funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. He wanted this like 75-foot tall statue of the fist holding the peyote button that eventually like shot fireworks out that had his cremated ashes shoot up in the air. I think Johnny Depp paid for the whole thing. But
sounds about right.
Interesting stuff that man had going on in his life.
Yeah, and the way he talked. Like, I'm convinced now that there was probably not a sober moment in that dude's life.
Towards the end, they said a lot of it became an act.
Because he probably wasn't well enough to do the drugs anymore to keep him alive, so he just played it. Yeah, that makes sense.
There was I forget the guy's name. He was running for president, and Hunter Thompson followed him around on the presidential tour, pretty much. The circuit.
Yeah, it was, I can't remember who.
I forget the dude's name. Anyway, like they went to dinner one night, and he was like, that young man shocked me. The waitress came over, took everyone's order, got to him. He told her what he wanted to eat. He's like, then I need 2 margaritas, 6 beers. Then a half hour later, I need 2 more margaritas and 4 more beers. And at first, everyone kind of laughed. And she brought all the drinks, and he drank them all.
Yeah.
He's like, he would drink and walk away fine. What a normal person would, like, knock you on your ass.
He had a reporter, I want to say it was the Time magazine or something, but don't quote me on that. Joe Rogan actually talked about this on one of his shows. It was Hunter S. Thompson's daily drug routine.
Yeah.
And like he would wake up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and he wouldn't start writing until 12:30 in the morning. And everything in between that was documented. He woke up and Chivas was his drink, I think. Is that how you pronounce it? Chivas?
I'm not quite sure. We can look this up, though.
Yeah. But he would do like that and a line of cocaine, and then 10 minutes later he would smoke a joint, and then he would do 20 minutes later 2 more lines of cocaine, and he would just keep going and going and going, and more drinks and more booze and this and that. 12:30 in the morning, he'd sit down at his typewriter and he'd type until 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then go to sleep. And it was just like, man, this guy lived.
3 p.m. Rise. 3:05. Chivas Regal with the morning papers, Dunhills. 3:45, cocaine. 3:50, another glass of Chivas, Dunhill.
Dunhill was a cigarette, yeah.
4:05, first cup of coffee, another Dunhill. 4:15, cocaine. 4:16, orange juice, another Dunhill. 4:30, cocaine. 4:54, cocaine. 5:05, cocaine. 5:11, coffee, more Dunhills. 5:30, more ice in the Chivas. 5:45, cocaine, etc., etc. 6 o'clock, grass to take the edge off the day.
Mind you, he's been awake for 3 hours.
3 hours already, just doing ungodly amounts of cocaine. 7:05, Woody Creek Tavern for lunch. Heineken, 2 margaritas, coleslaw, a taco salad, a double order of fried onion rings, carrot cake, ice cream, a bean fritter, more Dunhills, another Heineken, cocaine, and for the ride home, a snow cone.
It's so wild.
9 o'clock, start snorting cocaine seriously. 10 o'clock, drops acid. 11 o'clock, chartreuse, cocaine, grass. 11:30, cocaine, midnight. Hunter S. Thompson is ready to write. 12:05 to 6 a.m., chartreuse, cocaine, grass, Chivas, coffee, Heineken, clove cigarettes, grapefruit, Dunhills, orange juice, gin, continuous pornographic movies. 6, the hot tub, champagne, Dove bars, fettuccine alfredo. 8 o'clock, Allison, I don't know if I'm saying that right. 8:20, sleep. Source is Carol E. Jean Carroll from Hunter, The Strange and Savage Life of Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh, so it was for a book.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is just...
And you can't imagine that's only one day. That's probably every day for
oh, yeah.
whatever he was writing, you know.
That is frightening.
Yeah. Yes, it is. But interesting, right? I mean, could you imagine being there in person? Watching somebody do this and you just... Holy cow. I've seen some people do some stuff, but nothing like that.
Not that.
Nothing.
10 o'clock, start doing cocaine seriously after doing at least like 17 lines throughout the day. Good God.
That's insane, man. So I started, watching these interviews with him and stuff, and I got more intrigued. And I was like, man, I got to start reading his books and see what he was writing from 12:05 a.m. to 6 a.m. while he was all hammered out on every drug we known.
A lot of his early work was small articles, either about sports, politics, what have you.
Little hit jobs almost.
Yeah.
Kind of.
When he started working with Rolling Stone is when he really kicked off with like short stories and...
Yeah. Huh. Well, Fear and Loathing, the movie,
Mm.
that's essentially the book, right? Is it close? I never read the book, so I don't know.
I haven't read all of the
Okay.
book, and I do know I think they published a few parts in Rolling Stone magazine,
Okay.
like
I should probably
throughout.
go back and read that then.
Yeah.
Because I love the movie, so if
Yeah.
the book was anything like it, it'd be kind of interesting. Just thinking, like, man, this dude did all that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was his life. That's crazy to me. Is there any other interesting people that really stand out to you that you follow? Or not? maybe
That
not
I've looked up
follow.
is Nikola Tesla.
Oh, really?
Oh, God, that dude is...
I thought I read something somewhere that he stole the major thing he's credited for. Did he steal it? No?
No.
Okay.
The biggest thing is he got in a feud with Edison. He worked for Thomas Edison for a while, and Westinghouse too. But he came up to Edison with the alternating current, and Edison had been working a direct current.
Okay.
Tesla's like, no, this is better, safer, more efficient. And Edison's like, no, we're going with mine. Tesla's like, all right, well, I'm leaving. Westinghouse is going to back me with this, and they got into a feud. Like, Edison would have shows throughout the country where he would, like, kill animals, like elephant, dogs, cats.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know all that.
Then eventually he came around and kind of stole the alternating current. Yeah, Tesla, interesting dude.
Yeah?
Supposedly there is a way to harness the energy. Like there's energy all around,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like this little thing that can absorb it and then power your house. People will claim to have like schematics of it on the internet, but I don't know.
How when was this Tesla dude? When was his era?
I want to say late 1800s, early 1900s.
Okay. So, whenever Edison was, obviously,
Pretty
right?
much,
They
yeah.
ran the same time frame. Okay.
He was younger than Edison.
Okay. So he was like the young buck, and Edison.
Well, Edison would always have like a big staff of people working for him that would come up with ideas, and he would just take their ideas and be like, "Cool, yeah, we'll do that." Hey guys, look what I did.
Right.
So Tesla was born July 1856 and died in 1943. He was Austrian, and he was very odd. Like with dinner, he would have to have like 16 clean napkins, and he would only use one once. He was very eccentric and OCD.
Okay. Is there anybody nowadays that intrigues you like that? Really captures your attention? I say that Joe Rogan's, like, he really interests me.
Yeah,
His
I enjoy
theories
what
on
he
life
does.
and philosophies and different, the way his outlook, you know,
Mm-hmm.
how he talks about things and breaks things down for people. He's probably the one for me nowadays. I don't know if there's anybody else that I really pay attention to like that.
Not anybody on the top of my head that
No.
really just like, wow, you really need to watch this person to see what they got
I guess
coming
it's
up.
easier to go back in history and do that because a lot of their stories have stopped.
True.
So you can really study the whole story as where somebody nowadays it's evolving every day, you know. So probably a little more trickier, I guess. Unless you just find somebody you really, really like sink into.
Yeah.
And, you know. How about the government shutdown? It's kind of boring.
Yeah. Curious as how long it's going to last. You can't imagine it'd be more than like, what, 2 weeks?
Oh, I don't
Maybe?
think it'll go that long,
No?
to be honest with you. But
Who knows?
who knows?
Quite the standoff at the moment.
So, as per usual, we have indulged in some more Michigan craft beer.
Oh, yeah.
And this week, we dove back into Bell's Brewery. We got the Amber Ale. It's an American Amber Ale. Pretty good stuff.
Let's see, what do we got?
This is, 2 weeks in a row we had Bell's?
Yeah, we had Lager of the Lakes last week.
Yep, that's what
by
it was.
Bell's. So what this guy is, Amber Ale features both toasted and sweet caramel notes from carefully selected malts, balanced with herbal and citrus hop aromas, capped by clean bitterness. Gotta say, it's not too bad.
No, it's very tasty. And the plus side of this one is that there's a fantastic bird on the label.
Indeed. I don't know if it's a crane or a heron.
I'm going to go with crane, but we can look that up later.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic looking bird, though.
Overall, quality product.
Thumbs up.
We enjoy it.
Thumbs up. Just like 80% of the other beers we tried. Thumbs up.
Jared's mom.
Mm-hmm. That will forever get a reference on the show.
That's true. And I'm curious as to how many listeners out there, based off our talking about it, have tried Jared's mom.
Ooh.
Probably not that many.
No, but I dare them to.
Ooh.
That's if you're listening to this and you haven't tried Jared's mom yet, go out and pick yourself up a 6-pack, take it home, crack the lid, and give it a swirl. See what happens.
We're curious to hear from you about it, too.
Yeah, please let
What's
us
your
know.
input?
Because Aaron claimed he liked it.
That took a while, though.
Uh-huh.
At first, he was like, oh, it's bad. Actually, it wasn't that bad.
Right. I didn't. There was a couple other ones, too, that I wasn't too fond of. But for the most part, we've had some good stuff.
True.
Here, Michigan.
You're doing good things.
No, we got to dive into the wine.
Oh. And some of them actually have spirits as well. I don't know about diving into those wholeheartedly, but
Yeah, no. I guess if it's for the show.
for the
You
betterment
know.
of the show.
Yeah, there's not too much I won't do for the show, I guess. Speaking of which, we're going to start a new segment on the show.
We are going to do this?
From here on out, I am going to start watching movies that I haven't seen that everybody has seen before. Because I've been told that apparently I don't watch enough movies.
Every time we talk about, oh, man, like last episode when we were talking about the Expendables, and you're like, oh, yeah, all those people are in it? That's neat.
Yep.
Never seen them.
None of them. So I've decided I'm going to start with Expendables 1. That'll be my first homework assignment.
All right.
And then next week when we do the show, I'll give my little own personal review of the show, which I'm sure will be good because everybody else said it was a good movie. I'm not too picky when it comes to action movies, so I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited about this.
I get picky when it comes to the suspense,
Yeah.
like drama and mystery kind of movies. I don't want to waste an hour and a half on something that I can figure out in 10 minutes into the movie, but the action stuff's pretty cool, so I'm going to start there.
I like this.
And that'll be our new segment where John's movie review, I guess.
Ooh.
Except I'm sure 100% of the people listening have probably seen the movie.
So I checked out this one movie. It's called Pulp Fiction. Don't know if you've heard of it.
It was crazy. I never heard of this before.
I've never seen it. It's so out of sequence, but, kind of got me,
There was a gimp. Am I pronouncing that right?
I don't know who this Zed guy was, but, man kind of fucked up.
He was rowdy. So, yeah, we'll start with Expendables, and I'll report back in next week. I'll watch the movie beginning to end. And if I have enough time, maybe I'll dive into part 2.
Ooh.
See how that goes.
I would like to welcome listeners to toss out some ideas, movies.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drop us a line on any one of the social media outlets or the Facebook or email or go to the website, anything. Give me a movie. And if I've seen it, I'll reply and let you know that I've seen it, if I liked it or not, if it matters. But if I haven't, I'll add it to the list. And maybe I'll take a picture of the list and just keep, posting it on the Facebook or whatever as it grows.
This could be fun.
I'll check off my accomplishments as we get there.
You could rank the movies like anywhere from 1 to 5 Pabst cans for how much you liked it.
How much it took for me, how much I had to drink to get through the end of the movie. That'll be the rating system. So,
I'm going to have to ask, because I read a little bit about something today that kind of piqued my interest, and I'm curious how you feel.
Okay.
We talked about it a little bit, but about the genetic modification to certain, salmon for cat food, and how they want to create meat, pretty much.
In laboratories for consumption by humans instead of harvesting actual animals. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how I feel about it. It's a strange subject. This is one of those moving into the future things that, I don't know. I'm not sure what I think. Part of it has to be good.
Yeah.
There has to be a reason they're doing
conservation of actual
conservation of animals.
Less abuse towards them and that. I get that. But
yeah.
How safe is it?
They're also controlling it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure. The article you brought up about the salmon was interesting. And the pictures
it's kind of frightening.
Even more interesting because that fish was huge.
Indeed. It's at least, double the length of an actual salmon, like a normal salmon.
Double the weight.
Triple the weight.
And
they
at the same age.
To where it eats less food, but converts it into flesh quicker and more efficiently. And it takes half the time for it to mature into an adult than a natural salmon.
I don't know,
and they
man.
use this for cat foods, and it's frightening.
I think what frightens me about it is the fact that the human race has taken it upon itself to work on this, and a lot of those people probably at the same time condemn the death penalty. And in both senses, you're playing God.
Very
in
true.
A way.
Yeah. You put in your perspective on it more than probably should.
Right. Maybe playing God's a bad wording. Maybe I shouldn't say it like that. You're doing something
in your belief that is the betterment.
And it could be.
It could very well be.
Yeah.
I mean, if this actually works out, then you could possibly feed more people, bring down starvation throughout the world.
But how much will they charge for said genetically modified
owning the rights
food?
To each genetically modified.
Owning the rights to the DNA, to the...
Thank you, Ancestry.com.
Your salmon is mine,
Bam.
and all of its future spawn. I don't know, man.
But
That's
you got
crazy.
you
to
got
me.
some big names back in this though. Like
You said before what it was Bill Gates and Richard Branson, I think, were the two names.
Yeah, I'll bring up the actual article in a second.
Man, I don't know. This is kind of creepy to me. This is stuff like, okay, if they can genetically modify, the salmons to grow bigger, therefore you get more on your return, right? When you harvest the salmon, you can feed more people. Right now, it's just cats, right?
Yeah, because they haven't
not approved for humans.
No.
This is all in cat food. So if you're buying cat food right now and it says salmon on the label, there's a chance it could be from a genetically modified salmon.
And do they have to put that on the label?
I don't know. It's a good question.
The company Memphis Meats is a Silicon Valley-based group that's backed by Bill Gates, Richard Branson, a former General Electric CEO, and led by the DFJ Venture Capital Group. So,
Now, before you go any further,
Okay.
Silicon Valley is the place where people are drinking unfiltered water. Remember that. So we
forgot all
have to
about
remember that those people might have something going on outside of our best interest. But I digress.
so they are a clean meat company, and it says that it already has produced beef, chicken, and duck directly from animal cells, without the need to raise or slaughter animals.
It just seems like it's going to lead to something bad.
You would
Doesn't
think,
it?
like the zombie apocalypse or some sort of
Maybe
new
it is-
disease.
Right. Like in real life, it's going to start in animals instead of humans.
Mm.
You know, I don't know. It just seems like you're toying with something you shouldn't be doing. But nothing bad has happened from it yet.
This is true.
So they have to continue forward with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
And if you got those big names, big bank accounts backing it,
right. They're out there throwing it around.
yeah,
Oh, I don't know, man. It makes me nervous.
A little bit.
Especially if they don't have to label the packaging that
That's
this is where it
frightening.
came from.
I mean, they've retitled the definition of organic multiple times.
Right.
They've renamed high fructose corn syrup just so it's not called high fructose corn syrup, so it doesn't have the stigma attached with it.
Right, because most people aren't knowing what they're looking for.
Mm.
They're just looking for a word.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now it's like it's not really publicly known as much, but you find this information. But I mean,
That's kind of scary.
what kind of like?
I would say scary in an exciting way.
It's interesting. It's
Because if
definitely-
it proves positive,
I mean, it's
yeah.
not a flying car, but it's definitely a step in the future.
flying car. I saw one of the memes on Facebook that's floating around. It said 1998, 20 years in the future, we're going to have flying cars. 2018, we're telling kids not to eat laundry soap.
Oh my God!
We literally have to tell kids don't eat laundry soap.
I just found out about this whole Tide Pod thing, like within the past today and yesterday.
Really?
I've seen the memes and that, and I had no clue what. I was like, okay, Tide Pods.
It's
And
ridiculous.
talking to you and a couple other people, they were like, no, these kids are actually putting it in their mouth.
They're
And,
eating laundry soap.
or one dude put the Tide in his vape.
I
Holy
found an article
shit.
about that. Yep. Some guy, I don't remember what it was. Like, he's an Instagram dude, so
Yeah.
he was, but yeah.
Don't forget to hit like, subscribe.
I won't be here to see it
Yeah.
because I just inhaled laundry soap. But
it's
yeah,
a good way to thin the herd, but
that's one of the arguments floating around is that if you're
you-
over the age of like 9 and we still have to tell you not to eat laundry soap, maybe you should go ahead and eat the laundry soap. I don't know. It's fascinating that these kids get wrapped up into this social media stuff so quickly.
I mean, with the one where they would do the cinnamon challenge.
That
where-
right there, yeah.
Yeah, where they eat a mouthful of cinnamon, you can't breathe. And then watch some of them get tased while doing it.
That's
Good Lord.
way too much free time.
You know?
It makes me even more happy that we grew up in an age where everything wasn't recorded like that.
Yeah.
Like you knew somebody was recording you because they had a damn video camera on their shoulder, and it looked like a boom box. Now everybody's so quick to get their phones out.
I mean, where does this go? Like, what's the next step after the fucking Tide Pod challenge? How many razor blades can you swallow?
I hate to break this to you, but we're headed right for idiocracy. We are just like, welcome to Costco. I love you. We're headed there. I don't know. I don't know what to think with these kids nowadays.
It's shocking. I mean, I'm not a parent. I don't have kids,
Right.
so I have less worry about. But do you ever worry about like your kids like doing something that
Well,
dumb?
the worry's always going to be there because you don't want to find out that they were doing something you didn't know. That, to me, that's like the biggest worry. Having grown up doing a lot of shit that my parents didn't know I was doing, so I thought. Found out later I was wrong. But the way I broke it down to my kid was like, do I have to tell you not to eat laundry soap? No? Okay.
Fantastic.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
like, just don't do that, you know? I try to give my kid little life lessons like, if you keep talking like that, somebody's going to punch you in your jaw. Eventually, if you keep cheating at those games, somebody's going to hit you in the face. You know, like, I try to warn them. I don't know that there's a warning for don't eat laundry soap, you know?
I think
like,
there's a warning on the bottle of laundry soap that says don't eat laundry soap.
Well, I saw that they were going to just write gluten-free on the bottle so nobody would eat it anymore.
Or no, contains gluten.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it contains gluten, not gluten-free, right? Oh, man. I don't get it. I don't know about it.
Are you that bored growing up now? Like all you have is your like tablet, your YouTube.
Yeah.
Like I know. I want a bunch of followers. Check this out. I'm going to chug this fucking bottle of Gain.
Yeah, like wonder if the first person did it by accident somehow.
How do you do that by
I don't
accident?
know. I'm trying to...
Somebody will be like, oh, did you try this candy yet?
Do you think the memes are part of the problem? Like people making fun of it and always like, me, I'm horrible. Like I've posted so many pictures about this Tide thing. It's ridiculous.
But do you think that there's actual people that based off of what you've posted have went out and threw a Tide Pod in their mouth?
I hope not. I really hope not. Jeez. You make me feel bad now.
Well, don't feel bad.
I don't think they have, no.
Yeah. I mean, if they are not bright enough.
Dumb enough, yeah,
Yeah,
just
if
say
they're
it.
dumb enough to throw a Tide Pod in their mouth, you get what you deserve. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
What is it? Natural selection, right?
Natural selection.
The
Darwinism.
Yeah, there you go. Darwinism. Yeah.
Survival of the fittest.
I remember being younger, and the thing was Kool-Aid. The kids would take Kool-Aid packets and put them in Ziploc bags.
With a little bit of sugar.
Yeah, and then bring it to school and eat it. And you would tell who did it because their fingers were
would
colored.
dyed, yeah.
Right. And then one kid started like putting it up his nose.
Snorting it.
As a fun, this is what I do. I get laughs in class. Boy, they cracked down on that real quick.
Real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pixie sticks were gone. No more, what do they call where you get the little...
Fun dip.
Fun dip, yep. That was gone. Couldn't bring that to school. That was how many years ago? 30, 28 years ago, and now we're on to laundry soap. That's where we've gotten.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Oh, I've been trying to think what was the one before this. What was the thing that the kids were doing before? Like you said, cinnamon.
I remember the cinnamon challenge.
There was the cinnamon challenge.
A while back was the slap cam. I really enjoyed that one.
I don't know that I know that one.
They just walk up behind somebody, like if they're...
Just slap them?
Yeah, they'd be like, slap cam.
Oh, shit.
Bam.
That's how you get shot.
Oh. What else was there?
Huh.
I mean, I could spend a day and go through this.
Yeah, I'm sure if you got on the phone, you could probably look up like recent stupid trends and...
If you listeners know of one that we were just completely blanking on that you enjoyed, throw it on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, something.
Yeah, I'm a fan of rabbit holes, so if there's videos included, man, I'll dip into it for an hour or two and humor myself. I get lost in them.
Everyone does. Now that they do the automatic start of the next next video on YouTube,
yep.
You're trapped.
Or Facebook does it too.
Oh, do they?
If you click on a video and watch it, when the video ends, it'll shuffle right to the next video in the thing, and it'll just keep going, you know?
That'll get you.
Yep. I think I spent 20 minutes on Ric Flair videos one night because I watched one, and then boom, it just kept going. Did you see the one where him and the one guy are doing the woos back and forth, and he's in the ring, and the guy is up at the end of the runway? Oh, it's so funny. It's like it's kind of sad when you watch it. Like, really, this is what Ric Flair got to, but it's funny. They keep going back and forth, and I think the guy tagged it like when your dog sees another dog walk by the front door, you know, and they're going through the window. It's kind of like that. But them rabbit holes, dude, I just dive down in.
Then after like an hour, and you realize what you're watching now versus what you started with.
Yep.
And you're like, how
Yeah.
does this connect?
Where'd that last hour go?
Yeah.
It's gone.
I always enjoy the fail compilation videos.
I can watch some of them. The skateboarding ones.
Oh, I love those.
Can't do it.
They're getting tougher to watch these
Skateboard,
days.
like rollerblading and bike. When somebody's getting seriously hurt, man,
You hear the bone snap, and you're just like, ooh.
I got to look away.
Yep.
But if somebody's walking, staring at their phone, they run into a wall or
Through a plate glass window.
Yeah. Those are awesome.
I'm okay with those.
Yep. Usually, like, if it happens in real life, do you laugh right away? Or do you have that split second where you're like, are you
real life?
okay?
I've never seen anything like that in real life.
No?
No.
Well, I wouldn't say that extreme that I've seen, but
No,
I've seen people
walk through, or not walk through, but walk into a window thinking it was a door.
Yeah.
I laugh.
Right away?
Yeah, because they're just looking on their phone. It's like, you're too stupid to pay attention. Here's a door. And they're looking around, and yeah, I'll make eye contact, and
Right.
I'll laugh right at you.
I seen you do that, and I'm going to
Just
tell
so you know.
everybody. I do like them ones, the cameras in the lobby where people are, coffee in one hand, phone in the other, and they walk right into the wall. Bam! Those are good. The fail ones, man. The one that got me that I really enjoyed was the kids on the merry-go-round, and they had I think it was a dirt bike, and they laid it on its side, and they put the back tire, and they revved it, and they got this thing going, and the kid ended up flipping
Flying
off
off.
backwards.
Yeah.
Oh man! Like, I remember doing stupid shit on a merry-go-round, and it really hit home for me. Like, man, if we only had a motorbike, we'd have done that stuff. That leads me to Jackass.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys had to stop doing it, obviously.
Yeah.
Have you noticed the new group of youngsters that are doing not so much the physical Jackass stuff, but the more, like, practical joke messing with each other? There's some pretty good ones.
I have not.
Yeah, those get pretty good, those videos. Prank wars kind of with groups of people, much like the Jackass guys did, but they took it to a whole new level back when they did. But yeah, some of the newer ones are pretty funny.
I'll have to check that out.
Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. He might have actually started on Jackass.
There's a British couple. Forget their YouTube channel, but I'll see their videos from time to time, and they just prank each other.
I think I know who you're talking about. I think I've seen them. They're ruthless.
They give no fucks.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, she poured the oil or on the floor and called him into the room.
Yeah.
Oh man, when he hit his head, boy,
God.
woo.
And she just laughed. There was no remorse. She was just like,
What was the one he did? She was out sunbathing on the balcony, and he went out and dumped a bunch of cold water on her, and then smacked her on the ass. I think she knocked his, or she was posing, and he pushed her in a pool or something. Yeah, man, those are good.
It's like, how does that not mess with your relationship?
Whoa. I guess if you're into it, then maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you've established rules, or like, you can't get too mad or take it too seriously. But some of the stuff they do, you're just...
Yeah, like if you're going to throw my phone off of a third-store balcony where I have to go spend money on a new phone, that's probably not a prank.
And the whole time you're just laughing?
Yeah.
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 It's just being cruel at some of that stuff.
I think the worst I've ever done to the wife is the cold water in the shower, like dump it over the thing,
Yeah.
And that's it. Maybe hit her with a Nerf gun when she wasn't ready, but
Yeah.
that's like bad dad stuff,
Do you recall, I forget how many years back, like a couple weeks before the Super Bowl, they had like what seemed to be a short preview for a sequel to Ferris Bueller's Day Off with Matthew Broderick?
No.
And then it ended up being a Super Bowl commercial for like Hound Day or something.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, yesterday I found it was like 38-second preview for a movie called Dundee.
Oh, no. You're not talking about Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
They made a sequel to Crocodile Dundee?
Well, they did make sequels to it, but this is kind of like a revamp.
Oh, reboot.
Kind of. It's the son of Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, reboot.
So it's 38 seconds.
Crocodile Dundee. How are they gonna?
It's,
They really have no originality out in Hollywood anymore, huh?
I guess not, but I don't know how legit it is.
Who we looking at? Does it show who?
Oh, it does.
Oh, it shows.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out his name.
What was he? Anything else he was in?
It was an HBO series where he was a pitcher, like in a Mexican.
Danny McBride.
Danny McBride.
Oh yeah. Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers. So Danny McBride is the son of Crocodile Dundee, and he goes back to Australia. Like he's wearing the crocodile vest and the hat with the teeth, and he turns. He's like, "Good day, losers."
Oh no.
Yeah, and then it's like Dundee, blah blah blah. Then it shows him. He's like, "That ain't a knife. This is a knife," and he does like a stupid little move where he's swinging the knife around like a goon.
Ridiculous.
So I've seen some mention on the internet that this is possibly just a setup for a Super Bowl commercial, which I would see more so than an actual movie because no one has mentioned any talking about a reboot of Crocodile.
Yeah,
Dundee
no,
movies.
I haven't heard anything about it. Huh.
So I don't know. We'll see on that. If it's an actual thing, I think I'd rather see Super Troopers 2, but...
That looks so funny. I can't wait for that, man. I'm excited about that one.
Oh, it looks good. Beep, boop, boop.
Do you think they really needed the GoFundMe to get it shot?
Honestly, I do.
Really?
I don't think an actual studio would have... I mean, looking at their track record, you had Super Troopers, which did amazing.
Yeah.
Name me two more of their movies.
They did the Dukes of Hazzard movie with Knoxville and
Okay.
Sean William Scott, and then they did Beer Fest.
Mm-hmm.
They did Beer Fest, and then I thought there was one other one that I saw.
Oh, there's like two.
Is there? Okay.
Club Dread.
Yep. Club Dread.
And then there was like one where they're waiters in like a Miami nightclub. Something Salmon.
That was probably a straight to DVD thing, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But their last few haven't really done so much. So I don't think any studio was going to back them. But Super Troopers 2 pulled in. It's a cult classic.
They probably got boned on the back end of that deal. Is why they don't have any money. I bet that thing sold DVD sales through the like Boondock Saints. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like through the roof. Yeah, the trailer for Super Troopers 2 looks good.
Oh, yeah. If you haven't seen it, definitely take a look.
Comes out on 420, which is the best. I don't think I've seen any other really good movies that I want to see coming out. You know, we talked about that Molly's Game last week. I definitely want to see that, but I don't go to the movies like to pay. I know we've talked about. I don't see movies, but I'm gonna start watching them at home.
There you
go. That's my homework assignment, so I'm
but
gonna
there
do
hasn't
that.
really been like previews for something. I'm like, yep, I will go see that opening day.
No, but you know what I do want to see is that Churchill movie that just
with,
came out. Gary
Oldman. Yeah.
They said if he don't win all the
Oscars
awards,
and-
that it's a sham. Because
I would go out on a limb and wager he is the best actor of our time.
Think so?
He's the
done
most
some
convincing.
He's done some good.
I mean,
damn
if you
roles.
look through his characters, it's not like Nick Cage, where it's always Nick Cage.
or Keanu Reeves, like they always
or
play
Tom
the same.
Cruise is always
Right.
the same person. This is my scary face.
Mhm.
Like, oh, that's great. Gary Oldman actually like becomes the character. In my mind.
I think me and Aaron had a conversation about this one night. The best character actor. For my money, I say it's either Will Ferrell or Johnny Depp, because I think they both dive into characters like full on, you know. But Gary Oldman's another one, man. That guy.
He'd be my vote.
He was in what's that movie with Denzel? The futuristic movie where they're chasing him because he has the Bible. It's like the
Book
last
of Eli.
Bible. That's what it was. Yeah, he was good in that too.
He was very good in that.
He was good in the fucking Batman movies.
Oh yeah,
playing the commissioner. Yeah, that guy's
The
underrated.
Professional as the bad cop.
Yeah.
Drexel in True Romance.
Oh,
Zorg in Fifth Element.
he was in True Romance, wasn't
Yeah, he was Drexel.
he? What the hell is a Drexel?
He's my pimp.
That was a great movie that most people don't know about, man.
This is true.
True Romance. A lot of people I talk to have never seen it. Such a good movie, especially for the time frame.
Oh yeah.
For
Great
my
for the
money,
time
it's one
frame.
of the best fight scenes ever between Patricia Arquette and James Gandolfini.
Oh, yeah.
Best fight scenes ever.
When she holds up the Swiss Army knife.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, come on. I'll let you have it.
Yep. When that fight goes into the bathroom, he throws her through the shower.
In the toilet.
Oh, dude. That was a great fight scene. Again, those of you listening, if you've never seen True Romance, please do yourself a favor and check it out.
Oh, definitely.
Because it's one of Tarantino's early works, too. So you kind of get...
He wrote it. Ridley Scott's brother directed it.
Yeah.
But he sold that so he could do Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
But yeah, great movie.
Well, sir, I think that's about our limit for the night. I think we covered quite a few topics that were just they were entertaining for me.
Oh, I
hope it was good for you.
I hope it was good for the listener.
Well, I'm trusting it was good for them because they sat through all of it to get to this point where I'm telling them,
Yeah.
We've mentioned our social media accounts a couple times tonight. We'd like you to hit us up, let us know, give us feedback, give me movies to watch.
Oh, yeah, he needs a list, folks.
Interesting people to look up,
Mm-hmm.
like Edgar Case or Hunter S. Thompson. But at Twitter, we're at Corner HC Podcast. We're just now getting into the Instagram world with the stories and whatnot.
Mm.
I don't know about all that shit yet, but we're going to get there.
We're going to be doing a better job of updating and putting up content on there.
The presence will pick up a little bit for
yeah.
sure. So that's at Instagram is CHC_podcast. And then obviously the website, www.chcpodcast.com. You can go there for all your corner house needs.
We do this for you.
Yeah. Yeah, please involve yourself in any capacity.
You are a part of this. I mean, you're taking the time out of your busy day or days to listen to us.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate the fuck out of that.
For all of you listening, I'd like to say thank you.
Big thank you.
Big thank you. 2 thumbs up to you.
Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, what have you.
All right. We'll see you later.